Morning and welcome to today's demonstration. The first demonstration I'm going to walk you through this morning is where, from a pro user's perspective, you've submitted a claim to a compensator and the compensator has come back and denied liability. And what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how you can challenge that decision and also how you then can route that claim through to court. So as you can see, the claim here at the top, Max Lawrence, and the status is pending liability rejected. Upon selecting this claim, you can see in the green block text that the compensator has denied liability of your client's claim. Upon selecting View Details, I'm then brought through to the screen that details the compensator's comments. Their liability response is denied, and I have three options. We can accept the denial, we can challenge the denial, or we can go to court. So you can challenge this up to 3 times. So upon selecting Challenge Denial, you can add your comments. And continue. You get a confirmation screen, confirm and finish, and your challenge has now gone back to the compensator. I'm now logged in as a compensator, and I can see the top claim is pending challenge liability. Upon selecting that, I can see that the claimant or their representatives have challenged my liability response. I have, as a compensator, my denial at the top, and then I have the comments from the professional user, and I have the option as a compensator to change my response. Upon selecting yes and continue, I can then change my response, where I can accept in full, part, or dispute accident caused injury. If I was to select no, I can add my comments. I'm selecting continue. The claim has now gone back to the professional user. So now logged back in as a professional user. I can view more details, and I can see there that the insurer have still continued to deny liability. As previously explained, we can go round this loop 3 times. You can still accept the denial, or rather than challenging, you can go to court. So that's what we're going to do. Just a confirmation screen to confirm I've selected that I want to go to court over the denial of liability. A Section 152 notice will be sent via the in-system message to the compensator. I was to select my messages, I can see here that a in-system message has been sent to the compensator, and you have a copy of that as well. So now I need to select the client's documents for court. Do you know of any other claim relating to this accident? I'm going to select no. I've got my reason for going to court for liability dispute, a list of possible documents that would be needed. If I select continue, I can then select my documents to take to court. If I was only to select one, you will then get an error message to say that you need to select a further document in that category. Continue. Check your answers and documents screen. On the arrow, if you select that, you can see the question and the answer. The same with the documents for court. Select 2 documents. You can go back and change anything if needed. Confirm and send. So now the compensator will be reviewing the documents that you've selected. Now I'm in as the compensator and need to select and view the claimant's documents. So I can see that the 2 documents you selected as a pro user are here. Do you agree with the documents? No. You'll then be able to add any additional documents as a compensator that they wish to rely on. Or if they are happy, they'll select yes. They'll ask for the defendant to confirm the defendant's address for service. If the address you have provided for the defendant, do you wish to nominate a legal representative to accept service, so the compensator can add in the details there. Compensators confirm and check details where they can go back and change anything if they required. We've now sent the documents back to yourself. We're now back in as the professional user. The compensators review the documents you've selected for court and provided their response. You can see the 2 documents that we previously selected. We can now see our organisation's details, if the address should be different. So the fixed legal costs under the small claim track will be entered there. Continue. So we're now asked the hearing centre. Has your client already started court proceedings? If you were to select yes, you're then asked to provide an existing claim number and say no. Does your client require any special needs for the court hearing? You can leave them blank if not required. Any witnesses that may be needed? If you had already added these in the claim capture process, you would have a list of them and you can select them from here, or you can add a witness here. Now moving on to the court pack evidence. Has your client included in the court pack all the evidence they wish to rely on? We're now on to court fees. The court fees payable on the value of the claim. So here we need to complete the total claim value is going to be no more than, and as you can see we have some financial figures here. We select 5,000. Tick the checkbox and continue. We have a final check your answers screen. We have a back button, change, and we have the arrow where we can review our selections. Confirm and send. We're then presented with a screen, what happens next? We print off the court form, which must be signed with a statement of truth. Print off the list of documents for court and other documents to be included. There's another number of points there as well. Click to return to the claim overview. You can see in the green block text, the information has changed. If I was to select view documents, I can see all the relevant documents are there. I have a list of documents for court. Gives the details of the parties involved, the reason for going to court, and as we saw from the documents we selected, they will sit here. If there was more documents, the list would be longer. We then also have the court form. Again, the relevant details. With all the questions populated that we've answered on the screens. Statement of truth. Of course, the claim is now at court. Under my other actions, you can see now we have the functionality of add a liability outcome. Upon selecting that, has the court made a liability decision? On selecting yes, we're then asked to select what the liability decision was, and both you as a professional user, the unrepresented claimant and the compensator all have this functionality. As you can see, we have liability found in full against the defendant, liability found in part, or liability not found against the defendant. We're going to select found in part. We're then asked to add the percentage in, provide a court decision number. Do you have an official court order? You're then asked to upload a copy of that. upload works in the same functionality as the rest of the journey. Then you have the category Official Court Order. Select Upload. And as you can see, that's been uploaded to the claim. Continue. Again, a check screen. Accept and send. As you can see from the right-hand side, the claim is now reopened and we're now at the medical stage. We can see that in the green block text, court decision has been made on liability. You can now continue to arrange and upload a medical report. Now we're going to move on to uploading a medical report, adding some losses and fees, and proceeding to an offer. If I click on Add New Losses, on clicking Select, I can see that I have a list of options that I can choose in relation to property-related losses, injury-related losses, and fees. Description, the amount, and if I've got any evidence to support that. I'm going to add some prescription charges. I then see a confirmation screen of the losses that I've just added and my description. Confirm that. I can upload any supporting documents. Evidence to support the claim. And I've uploaded them to my claim. So the medical examination, as a professional user, you will arrange that for your client yourself via Medco. You would then, once the claimant is happy with the report, you can then upload the medical report to the portal. You're asked to put in the Medco reference number, upload the report, the category, medical report, the report's been uploaded. We then ask when the examination took place. We then ask for the prognosis period mentioned within the medical report, and then whether this is from the date of the accident or the date of the medical examination. If I was to select from the date of the accident, you will see the prognosis date has changed at the bottom here. And if we were to say from the date of the medical examination, again, the date's changed at the bottom here. We then have a summary screen, and we can continue. We then need to decide on how we would like to proceed with our client's claim. We can wait out the prognosis. Upon selecting that, you are asked if you wish to share the medical report with the compensator. If you were to select yes, then that report would be shared. If you select no, the report won't be shared with the compensator. However, they will receive an in-system message to tell them that the claimant is waiting out their prognosis period. They are not told what the prognosis period is. I'm going to select proceed to offer. Again, a check screen, confirm. We're then selecting the medical report we want to share with the compensator. It could be that you may have more than one report here, or there may be some medical documents here, and you could select them if required to share them. We're then asked about the exceptional circumstances. Now, you'll remember that we are asked these in the claim capture process. Whether you answer them at that point or not, you will be asked them again here. Upon selecting yes, it then opens some further questions in regards to the exceptional circumstance. Upon selecting yes, you're then asked for a reason. And then a percentage, which is up to 20%, and continue. Again, check your answer screen where you can go back and change anything if you wish to. Review your client's losses. So here you can see all the losses to date that you've added as part of your client's claim. Upon selecting view details of loss or fees, this then tells you the date that it was uploaded or entered onto the system, the loss amount and the description. If you had any more losses to add at this stage, you would save and exit. you would go back to your claim overview screen where you would be able to update the losses. Now being asked about fees. If I save and exit from here because I haven't added any fees, and I go to add, enter a figure, whether any evidence is available, and continue. So I'm then brought back and you can see that I can review the fees, statement of truth, and finish. That has now all been sent to the compensator to consider making the claimant an offer. As a compensator, I've received the claim and I've been asked to make your claimant an offer. I can see that there is a new message. I can see that new documents have been received and that new losses have been added. I select make an offer, then ask for the Q reference number. We can see that the uplift to the injury tariff has been asked for. And we can see the questions and answers that you answered. And the compensator is asked, do they agree with this amount? Compensator can then see the list of losses, and they're asked to make an offer against each of them. We've now filled out all the losses that have been submitted to us, and we're now going to look at the tariff amount. Upon selecting the arrow, the compensator is asked which tariff do they want to use. So this will be based on the medical report itself. As you can see, we have two options. We have whiplash only, or we have whiplash and minor psychological. If we were to select whiplash, we're then asked to select the duration of the whiplash injury. Upon selecting the drop down, we have a number of categories that we can choose. And again, this will be based on the medical report. So if we say we had a more than 6 months, but no more than 9 months, the compensator would select that option, and it would then pull through the relevant tariff amount to that duration. If we were to select whiplash and minor psychological, we're presented with the same drop down. If we were to select more than 6 months but no more than 9 months, the tariff amount figure changes. We selected on the medical report that it was 10 months, so we're going to select no more than 9 months. And the figure will change. The tariff uplift. We're then asked to capture the percentage or the financial figure of the percentage we selected. And add any comments. Non or an injury non-tariff related. If the compensator was going to add or take off any deductions for liability, seatbelt, interim payment, or any CRU deductions, that would take place here. If we say the claimant has had a £500 interim payment, you can see here under other deductions we have minus £500, and we can see the deduction is sat here as well. Then asked, do we want to round up the figure? We say yes, put in £39 and apply. It will round the net offer up to £1,300. If you select no, the net offer will be £1,261. Just the compensators offer summary, and they can go back and change anything if required. So now we're looking, the compensator will be reviewing the fees. We're not going to make a fees offer, and we're going to continue. Just the compensator summary of that. Compensator statement of truth. So now that offer has been sent to you as the claimant's professional representative. So now I'm logged back in as a professional representative. I can see that the compensator has made my claimant an offer, and I can view this. We can see we're given 3 options: to accept, to dispute the offer, or we can wait out our prognosis. We can see there that the compensator has reviewed the exceptional circumstances and agreed a 10% uplift and their reason. We have the offer summary here. Upon view the offer summary, we get a full breakdown of that offer. If you were to accept the offer, a notification would go back to the compensator to arrange payment to you within 10 days. If you decide to wait out the prognosis, you can come back once your client is ready to proceed with the claim. We're going to dispute the offer today. Now we have 2 options. You can either make a counteroffer back to the compensator, or you can start court proceedings. If we go back to the compensator, we're now asked on this page about what part of the offer we do not agree with. So we can see we've got our losses here, our tariff amount, our uplift, and our non-tariff amount. And then we have a deduction here for an interim payment. So you need to fill out every box or every category here, even if you agree. The tariff amount. So here you can see that the compensator selected the tariff whiplash and minor psychological, the duration they chose. If you're going to challenge this, you need to explain why. You need to select the duration you consider is correct. Tariff uplift. I'm not going to agree the figure for the headaches. And we are not going to agree with the deduction because we never requested an interim payment. We're just adding that we're not agreeing because no payment was received or requested. As you can see at the top, we've got the Compensator's offer and we've got our counteroffer. Just a check screen before we continue. Gain the statement of truth and confirm and send. So now the compensator would have received the counteroffer, and you can go through this loop 3 times in total. As a compensator, I'm asked to review the counteroffer. Then I can either accept this or reject the counteroffer. And I can then go back through the same loop in regards to my offer. We don't want to round up the figure. If we wanted to, we could apply it again. The check review screen. And that's now gone back to the professional user. As a professional user, we have the offer back. Again, we can decide on how we want to proceed. And we're going to go to court. Now continue. We have our summary screen. As we said, we're going to go to court. We're asked about NVC or non-protocol vehicle costs. We're going to select no. We have previously done a demonstration via Spotlight, which you can watch if needed. Again, we're now preparing our court documents. So liability isn't in dispute. We haven't got an MVC claim, but the claim includes an uplift request. Select our documents. And continue. That's now gone to the compensator for them to agree the documents. Compensators reviewed our documents and agreed with the selection, and we will continue with the rest of the court process. So confirmation of the documents selected. Again, as we previously had gone to court at the beginning for liability on this claim, some of the fields will be auto-populated. So this time we're going to select yes. The witnesses, as described before, you can add a witness if required. Are we happy with the court pack evidence, or do we want to include anything else? Continue. I'll check your answers page. Confirm and send. Again, some points at what happens next. The claimant's made the decision to go to court over the disagreement with the offer made by the compensator. We now have the court valuation form and the list of documents for court. That then brings us to the end of the demonstration in regards to quantum, disputing the quantum, and then going to court. Now I'm going to talk you through the exit points. So I'm currently logged in as a compensator, and under the compensators, my other actions, they'll have a remove this claim from the portal option. Upon selecting that, they're presented with a screen, remove this claim from the portal. Tells them that there should be a good reason, and they will need to explain the reasons why the claim is being removed from the portal. They have to confirm that they want to remove the claim from the portal, and upon selecting that option, they then are given 6 reasons as to why the claim can be removed from the portal. It could be that the compensator believes the claim is going to be more than £10,000. It could be that the compensator believes the claim for personal injury is more than £5,000. There are a complex issue of fact or law. There is a formal allegation of fraud or fundamental dishonesty against the claimant. dispute that the accident caused injury or agreement reached outside of this service. Upon selecting their given reason, they're asked to provide their reason here in the text box. If we were to select there is a formal allegation of fraud or fundamental dishonesty against the claimant, they're showing a warning, advise that they are very serious allegations and that we need to have evidence to back them up and be aware of any consequences. They must set out their allegations and their reasons for making them, so the claimant is fully aware of this. They can go back if requested, or they can remove the claim from the portal. And selecting remove, the claim is then closed within the portal. As the professional user, I can see the Compensator has removed the claim from the portal and it's now closed. Under my messages, I can then see the reason the claim has been removed from the portal. That then brings us to the end of today's demonstration. Thank you.